What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, day one of the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament did not disappoint. We got an upset, we got a historic comeback, we got dominant performances, and everything else you want from March basketball. Yesterday, I would say it was any indication, this tournament is going to be absolute chaos in the best way possible. In my opinion, let's break down all of the action from day one of the ACC. And we start with Clemson ending Stanford's NCAA streak in stunning fashion. Because guys, if you thought that Clemson was just there to just kind of hang out, if you thought that they were like, they're the 14th seed, they're not going to do anything. If that's what you thought, think again, because the Tigers came into the tournament as the 14th seed, but played like a team on a mission, dismantling the number 11 seed Stanford in dramatic fashion, 63-46. And guys, in all likelihood, they have ended Stanford's run in the NCAA tournament. Like it's wild, right? It's wild. Stanford's season is basically over. And it's crazy. The Stanford Cardinals have made it to 36 straight NCAA tournament appearances, second only to Tennessee, but barring a miracle from the selection committee, which is not going to happen, the streak is over, because with Stanford's overall not so great record during the regular season, paired with their first round bounce out from the ACC tournament, to me, that about ends any opportunity for Stanford to actually make the NCAA tournament. And again, 36 years straight, gone. It's a new day in Stanford. Lots of transfers, brand new coach, and just unfortunately, this year was not in the cards for them at all. You get it? Cards for them, Cardinals. Anyway, what changed, with Stanford? Because we saw Stanford kill Clemson just like a week ago, right? Basically a week ago, we saw in the regular season, to sort of end in the regular season, we saw Stanford absolutely dominate against Clemson. But in the tournament rematch, Clemson had Stanford's number. And the difference in that game was belief. This Clemson squad, they look different. And they showed it in their second half explosion, right? You had Loyal McQueen, who transferred to Clemson. She was doing everything she absolutely could. And Loyal we trust, as Ivory Latta says, because Loyal McQueen, she stuffed the stat sheet. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. She was doing her thing. Mia Moore caught fire from deep, hitting up 4 threes in that game, finishing with 14 points. Anya Poole did her thing as well with 12. The Tigers were absolutely doing their thing, 44% from the field. They were knocking down threes in this game, and that really was the thing that opened this game up, was the 3-ball. And they also had some really good lockdown defense. Meanwhile, Stanford, they just could not get anything going. Their 46 points marked a season low for them. They were really, really bad in terms of shooting. 31% from the floor. Courtney Ogden was the only player in double figures for Stanford. Nunu Aguera, she was there, but she didn't play that many minutes because she's still coming off an injury. And so she didn't play that many minutes. So I think that was actually a huge part as to why Stanford ended up losing this game. But hey, it's one and done, and Stanford is done. Clemson's defense dictated the game from the second quarter on, really, holding Stanford to just 2 field goals in that second quarter. And Stanford was eventually able to make some noise a little bit in that third, to cut the score to single digits. But then all of a sudden, Clemson ended up responding with a barrage of threes, and the game was put away after that. Now the Tigers end up advancing to the second round. They play today against Louisville, and with the confidence and momentum they have, they could possibly make some noise. I don't necessarily think an upset is going to happen, but the way Clemson was playing yesterday, Hey, in loyal we trust. We'll see. We'll ultimately see what happens. All right, next up in the recap, let's talk about yesterday's game between Boston College and Syracuse, where Boston College had an epic 19-point comeback to stun the Orange. And guys, you know, we had a great start to ACC play yesterday morning when we saw this game. Again, Boston College versus Syracuse, and you know, the Eagles of Boston College erased they mounted, I should say, the third largest comeback in ACC tournament history, taking down the Orange 76-73. And the winner, the hero of the night, is Dontavia Wagner. Dontavia played like she was on a mission. She was a woman on the mission the entire game, dropping a career high 32 points along with 9 rebounds. She literally gave everything she had on the offensive end and the defensive end. And probably, guys, watch this clip. This is probably the coolest track down block I have seen all year. She was well behind the play. Turnover for Boston College. Well behind the play. And what does Dontavia do? Block. Get that out of here. Like the way she ran that block down was absolutely fire. And it wasn't just her. Taya Sidbury did her thing as well in the inside, scoring 24 points, a career high 17 rebounds. And, you know, it was a good night, good day, I should say, ultimately for Boston College, but it didn't look like it early on. Early on, Syracuse came out on fire, hitting 50% from the field in the first half, led by Kyra Woods, 11 points in the first quarter. But Boston College ended up flipping the switch in the second half, opening the third quarter on a 10-0 run and tightening up on defense and getting back in this one. The Eagles ended up scoring a bunch in the paint, 46 points in the paint, dominating the glass, 18 offensive boards for them. And ultimately, when it came down to it towards the end of the game, Syracuse just could not score. And ultimately, they had an opportunity at the buzzer when Georgia Woolley tried to hit a three. Ultimately, she missed, and the game was over. Boston College moves on to face the number 5 seed North Carolina today. Can they pull off the upset? I'm just saying, that was a great game. Who absolutely knows anything is possible? Anything is possible. Is it likely? No. However, we're in March, so you just never, ever know. If Dontavia can get a similar game today than she had yesterday, oh, well, Boston College has the best chance that they could possibly get. We'll ultimately see what happens in that one.
Being a team, we talk about being ready. We talk about JT coming in and Tay scoring our all-time high 32 and 9, and Tay at 24 points. And Tatum being ready with the You guys played together. You played hard. You could see it in your eyes. Now we got to bring that another game. We got another one tomorrow. Okay, so channel what you did there in that second half as far as playing together. I could feel the energy from the bench. I could feel the energy from the players on the floor. We were in that together in the second half. And it looked like we were a great basketball team that didn't have anything about us. It wasn't a me thing the entire second half. It was a we thing. And that's what we're going to stick with. Tomorrow's going to be another one, right? Let's get an upset tomorrow.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Now, let's move on to the third game and last game of the day yesterday, as Virginia took care of business against Pitt for their first ACC tournament win since 2019. And Virginia, they just were dominant basically the whole time. Virginia ended up handing Pitt a loss 64-50 in that game, again securing their first tournament victory in several years. And the reason for them winning the way they did, is one person, Kymora Johnson. Kymora Johnson, the ACC first all-team selection. She was everything for the Cavaliers. Finished with 17 points, 7 assists in this one. When Pitt, they had a really good start to this game, right? It started off with a 12-5 lead, and Kymora, she was able to hop in the game and like, hey, make some stuff happen. Knocking down shots and helping to orchestrate a 19-0 run for Virginia that really did help flip the script of the game. And basically, Virginia kind of hummed on from there. They were, making stuff happen. She was setting up teammates, knocking down shots, dictating pace. But Virginia's defense was the thing that sealed the deal. Natasha Lattimore was a defensive nightmare in this game. 12 points, 11 rebounds, a career high 6 blocks in this one, and 5 steals. Cavaliers racked up 11 blocks in this game and made life miserable for Pitt's Khadijah Faye, who struggled from the field severely, going 3 of 19 from the field, only finishing with 15 points. After leading at the half, Virginia caught fire even further in the third quarter. And basically that was it. That was it from there. With the win, Virginia moved on to face number 7, Cal, a team that beat them just a few weeks ago. So we'll ultimately see what Virginia can do, because they were locked in yesterday, and we'll ultimately see how that momentum comes into effect today, and to see if they're able to pull off the upset. Okay, so that is your quick look at the 3 games that happened on day 1 of the ACC tournament. And I hope y'all are ready for day 2, because day 1 we saw Clemson send Stanford packing. We saw Boston College pull off a comeback for the ages, and we saw Virginia handle business in style. But again, this is just the beginning. Day 2 is here, and we got some tougher matchups. Can Clemson ride the momentum past Louisville? Is it possible? Will Boston College shock the University of North Carolina? Can Virginia flip the script on Cal and get the dub? And also, guys, we don't want to forget about Virginia Tech versus Georgia Tech. That's going to be a really fun game to watch. And yeah, man, lots of basketball to watch today. Hopefully this was interesting for y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts about these games that y'all watch. What y'all think? What y'all think about that fire block? Like, seriously, what y'all think about that fire block? Anyway, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all even like these things? I'm trying to do as many tournaments as I possibly can, like a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all that stuff. Anyway, every single day is several games, and so is this helpful? Hopefully it is. Please share it with people so we can get those views up, get those likes up, and all that stuff. Anyway, hope y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.